Harness Racing New Zealand have got behind a few feature stories for us, and tonight we go to North Canterbury to kick things off with David and Catherine Butt, of course, three-time winning premiership trainers. They've changed their lifestyle a little bit in terms of their business, and it is anything but standard.
When it comes to diversifying in business, look no further than the quiet settlement of Woodend, north of Christchurch, where three-time Harness Trainers Premiership winners David and Catherine Butt have found a new equine winning formula right on their back doorstep.
Well, it's been a significant change the last decade out here at the beach, Kath. You only need to take a look around to see that.
Yeah, quite a few changes, Greg. Yeah, different type of lifestyle, but it's good, yeah.
Not the norm for a training establishment as successful as yours and David's. Three-time premiership winners in 04, 06 and 07, and you continued on after that as well, although not winning another premiership. You really have diversified in a big way.
Yeah, it was always something we wanted to do if we were able to buy this property. We just thought it was a great property to have as an extension for horses, mainly our own ones to graze and that, but yeah, just a few other developments as well to help pay along the way.
You started out with what, 30 acres?
Yeah, we started out with 30 acres and then we bought another 50 acres, probably about 4 or 5 years after we moved out to the beach, and then 3 years ago we bought another 140.
Significant investment in this operation that you've got, and part of that, a big part of that, is the harness trainers that are based here have enabled you to do that in so many ways.
You know, we're really lucky. We've got some really good tenants that have come on board and rented out boxes at our place, and we're really lucky because they're so great to work in with as well.
The flip side to that is the numbers that you and David train now are significantly lower than certainly 10 years ago.
Yeah, they are, but you quite often find in people's lives those sorts of things change, and you just adapt to suit it, really.
Talk us about how you've diversified into the cows. I know you used to have sort of 6 or 8, but you look like you've got a few more around here these days.
Yeah, it's about 100 here now, I suppose, but yeah, we just sort of rented a lot of the place out and just sort of gone from there and just set up a few different things to try and pay the bills, I suppose, and yeah, as long as they're putting on a kilo a day, they're going all right.
Yeah, and you're getting amongst the breed as well. You're changing it up a little bit by the look of some of these.
Yeah, I got a few cows and I've got a bull and breed a few, and just yeah, it's a hobby, but it makes a few bob.
The Butts are also making a few bob through opening their property to horse enthusiasts in the wider equine industry.
We had the land here and just sort of noticed that a lot of people were using arenas, or they worked so hard during the week they didn't really want to come home and have 10 acres to look after. They wanted to have time to just work their horse or ride their horse and that. So we sort of just sort of thought about it, and it just sort of started off small and just a thought, and then it just developed from there, and just give people the opportunity to have their horse either looked after completely by us or part ways, and just with having the beach too so close, just such a great way that they can just ride through the property and not have to go on the road and ride down the beach. So yeah, no, it's worked out well.
What's your capacity? How many horses could you house here in terms of the equestrian side of things?
Well, we've got 28 paddocks here, so with their own shelter.
All right, and they have a tack room in there as well?
Yeah, they've got a tack room themselves and their own paddock, so it's all pretty much self-contained. They've got their own wee sort of paddock, you know, everything's there, and they can just do what they want with it.
The focus may have shifted slightly, but the yearn to train and drive winners is as strong as ever.
The burn's still there, the fire's still there?
Oh yeah, there's nothing better than winning a race, training or driving, you know, and yeah, if you get another nice horse, it'd be really good.
And of course, being associated so often with Paul Nairn, that's likely to continue as long as he keeps producing the superstars he has over the years. And it must just still be a great feeling to chuck his colours on.
Oh yeah, well, he's a great trainer and he always produces a good horse. Every year or two he gets a pretty nice horse, and just got to watch out Bob and Blair are getting a few of them now, but if I can get the odd one off him, it'd be great.
What about in terms of the industry and where it sits? I mean, you went through that period where you won the 3 premierships, and it was a lot of hard work and a lot of travel, and those things have changed significantly for you and Kath now.
Yeah, it was sort of, yeah, it has changed. It was great at the time, and you know, like I said, nothing better than winning a race, and it's still the same. But yeah, we're just taking it a bit quietly and change. We still work pretty hard, and but just a different way of doing it, really.
Bondi goes for home, kick 6 metres clear. Carlu Mick gets out, Tanabe Bromack to the outside. Bondi in front, Carlu Mick into the clear. Bondi's well out in front, Carlu Mick 5 metres away. It's Bondi from Carlu Mick, then I'm the Mighty Quinn, but Bondi does it all the way. Bondi takes the big 600 Cup.
You haven't been void of a good horse in the interim though. Bondi, clearly an outstanding pacer and won a Hunter Cup and eventually $1 million, and he broke 150 in America.
Yeah, no, he was a wonderful horse and we had some wonderful times travelling around with him.
And it's Blitztham Calder, a length on Royal Aspirations, passing lane for this Bonnie filly, Habibdi. Blitztham Calder, 120 to go, a neck Habib to the inside, Royal Aspirations still coming, Habibdi and Blitztham Calder the two, it's Habibdi, Davey Butt's got it, Habibdi won the Derby.
What about Habibdi? She certainly got the stable back up in lights with an incredible New Zealand Derby victory amongst several other big wins.
Yeah, no, she's, we were really lucky to get Habibdi, and we're lucky that we've got half share in her, and she's given us some wonderful thrills, and of course we'll have her as a broodmare. So long term it'll be interesting to see how that ends up.
Yeah, so the breeding operation, the broodmares that you guys have got, that's going to be a long term sort of project, isn't it?
Yeah, well I bred my first horse when I was 17, and then David had been breeding, and when we got married we brought horses and potential broodmares, and that's sort of something we've done all our life, and probably one of the first ones we bought when we were first married. We've still got sort of probably about the 5th generation of those back.
Yeah, so a foundation mare.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Going Royce.
Oh yes, right. Well, it's been a terrific family, the family of Tribute.
Yeah.
Bob's clearly the future in terms of your side of the Butt family, and he's doing a good job, David.
Yeah, no, he's going well. He hasn't got many horses. He's got a few more to come in through the winter, but he's just got to have a bit of luck and get a nice horse to train and drive, and hopefully they can get a few more in the barn, you know. He's
got a laid-back style, very similar to yourself, and takes life, as it comes pretty much, and that probably is seen through his driving as well.
Yeah, he doesn't worry about things too much. He's doing his best all the time, and that's all you can do, I suppose. But my other boy James, he'll get his junior driver's licence next year, so that'll be interesting. But he's a little bit keen too, but he's got another job as well, you know.
He hadn't always been as interested in the horses as Bob? Is that fair to say? Because I know in those earlier years he was, like many teenagers I suppose, keen on other things.
Yeah, well he actually worked for Mark Purdon for 6 or 12 months or something, but all his mates every weekend were surfing and snowboarding and all that, and so he thought he'd be better to do that and get another job. So yeah, he sort of enjoys it too though.
What about the future for you and Kath? You've clearly set up something pretty amazing here. Long term, I mean that's how it's going to unfold in the next few years anyway.
Yeah, just got to hope everything keeps going as good, and we've got a few to train, and hopefully we can get lucky enough and get a good horse, you know.
And the success of some of the stables that are renting boxes off you, the Robert Dunns, the Mark Jones, the Regan Todds, that can only enhance and continue for the future as well.
Yeah, well, hopefully they stay on for a while and it'll be good, and it's always good now. We watch the races on TV and there's always someone to follow in the race, you know, it's good.